Hello to everyone, today's song is called Fantasy of Lights, and this is the lesson that I came up with, so let's get started. Okay, so before everything, if you want to sound the same, you actually need a capo on the second fret. Fuck it! Before everything, the lesson for this song is a dropped version, lower tune version. It's basically standard tuning, but it's still not the same as the original song. So if you want to play the same tune as in the song, you just need to put a capo on the second fret, and that's pretty much it. You can already hear the difference and the warmth in the sound. Alright, let's begin with the video. So the tuning is standard. The first part is putting your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string and your point finger on the 1st fret of the A string. This is how the first part starts. You have your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, your point finger on the 1st fret of the A string, and you play together your low E and your open D, followed by the A on the 1st fret. So then you play the low E again on the 3rd fret. So followed by your open D, and again your A string on the 1st fret. So the second part that you'll be using a lot will be this one, which is barring the high E, the B, and the G string on the 1st frets with your point finger and putting your pinky on the 3rd fret of the G string. So you play the high E on the 1st fret, which we barred. We play the G on the 3rd fret, where's our pinky. Then we play the B string on the 1st fret as well. And then we finish with the high E on the 1st fret. So immediately after that, we move down to the same shape that we played before. Pinky on the 3rd fret of the low E, point finger on the 1st fret of the A. The tempo and the pattern here are a little bit different. So the first time we played the part like this, and now there's a little delay after the low E string. So you see the difference from this to this. This is the difference. You wait here a little bit, and then you play. And immediately after that, you play open G, open D, and the A on the 1st fret. So you play those two parts. You play this whole thing 2 times, and after this, after you finish this part, immediately, while being on the 3rd fret of the low E, you play it and you slide it to the 6th fret. And then you play back the 3rd fret with your point finger of the low E. And then you put your pinky on the 6th fret of the A. play it once, then you move, you can just slide back to the 5th fret of the A, and then you gotta play the 6th fret of the low E again. Let's connect them. And what I suggest you do is this thing, which is basically sliding with your pinky, playing back the 3rd fret with the point finger, pinky on the 6th fret of the A. So you keep your ring finger here on the 5th fret of the A, and you add your pinky on the 6th fret of the low E, and you play them together. So you have that chord feeling, which I really like. We play the part that I said we'll play a few times. And after this, you have the same shape as before. Pinky on the 3rd fret of the low E, point finger on the 1st fret of the A. And you play together the D and the low E as before. And after this, you go open G, open D, A on the 1st fret. And what I think happens here, you put your point finger on the 1st fret of the low E. You play it once, then you put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the G, play it, pull off. You put your pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the D, play it once, then you go up to the 5th fret of the D, and you play it. So from the beginning, a bit slower. So as you can see, both parts are played 2 times. So this is pretty much the whole song. I hope I covered it well enough and you can understand what I'm playing. See you in the next one. Bye to everyone. Okay. So